Hey BookTube, it's Tara, and this is my Friday Reads video for today, Friday the 13th. So this video will be a little bit different. I'm going to go over my weekend reads, things that I'll be picking up this weekend, as well as some books that I'm wrapping up and wrapped up this week as well. So I'll start with the books that I am still currently reading because they are just not going as quickly as I thought they would be going. First of which would be Black Girl Unlimited by Echo Brown. I'm still reading this book. I thought it would go a lot quicker for me than what it's taken me, but for whatever reason, I feel like every time I read a chapter in this book, I'm more or less perplexed at the storyline, and it's just not intriguing me and grabbing me enough to want to continue to move through the book in a faster pace. So still, what doesn't kill you makes you blacker. Sorry for the glare. Damon Young. I think I'm on chapter 3. This one is going slower than I thought it would be going as well. A book that I will be, I'm still reading Red Rising by Pierce Brown. And that one, for whatever reason, has hit a lull for me as well. So still trying to get through those books, unfortunately. As far as what's new that I picked up this week, and I will be finishing tonight, if not early tomorrow, is a book called Darktown by Thomas Mullen. And this book it's based in 1948, and the city of Atlanta has decided to employ their first Black or African American police officers, and there's 8 of them, but we only follow 2 main characters as far as the Black police officer, and then 2 main white characters as far as the white police officers are concerned. Now again, this book is based in 1948. There's a lot of racial tension. There's a lot of racial slurs used in this book. A lot of the terms that they, used back in the day because of the racism and the poor treatment of blacks during this time. This book, I've come to figure out, is a mystery. I guess I didn't pick up on that to begin with because we're following the mysterious death of a young light-skinned Black girl named Lily. And she was last seen riding in a car with a white man who was beating on her. So naturally we presume that he is her killer. But through a course of events, we find out that there's a lot more to the story, a lot of secrets, a lot of cover-ups, a lot of things get revealed throughout the book. It is a slow build, so I would say that I wasn't really enjoying it in the beginning. I kept wanting it to hurry up and get to the point to find out what's going on. It picks up near the very end, so now I'm really into the book and I'm really intrigued and I really want to know, okay, what happened and who did what and who works with who and the whole bit. So I say I'll probably give it 3.5 stars by the time it's over, said and done. But it's a good book, just slow in the beginning. The next book that I'll be finishing is a book that my son gave me. I actually bought this book at his book fair, and it's Gravity Falls, Lost Legends. This is by Disney. I didn't know. He watches Disney Plus, and this is a cartoon that he watches on there. So they have a comic book or a graphic novel, if you will, and he read this book 4 times, and I was impressed. I'm thinking, because he only has to read for 20 minutes a day, and we time it and we log it. And so the timer went off and he's still reading the book. So naturally I'm excited and I want to know more about, why he likes this book so much. And he goes, well, Mom, you should read it. So I did. And I can't even say what page I'm on because there's no page numbers. But it's a graphic novel, makes fun of graphic novels. So there's a lot of puns in here and there's a lot of jokes that I don't know if they are like necessarily aimed for adults to get, but kind of go over kids' heads. So anyway, it's very good, very entertaining. I'm enjoying it, and obviously I'm an adult, so again, I'm a little bit less than halfway through. It's really entertaining. Gravity Falls. I also finished this week a book by Jason Reynolds, and it's called Long Way Down. This book, short, 2 hours, not even 2 hours, like an hour and 48 minutes. So well done. So well done. 5 out of 5 stars from me. It follows a young man, I think he's 15 years old. His brother, older brother, is shot and killed. And he is going to exact revenge. He's going to find out who killed his brother and then go shoot him himself. So he has the gun. He gets on the elevator because they live in an apartment, and he has to go, I think, from the 5th floor down to the ground level. This book, it spans the course of literally 2 minutes, but he's going down 5 floors. At each floor, the door opens and a new person gets on, and it's somebody he knows. But the thing of it is, the person's dead. So he ends up having conversations with dead people that he knows. It's kind of like the ghost of Christmas past, but it's not Christmas, obviously. So the ghost of dead friends past. And at the very end of the book, after they've talked to him, and they didn't explain anything to him, it was more or less some truths and some obvious thoughts were revealed. There are 2 words that are said. The very last 2 words of this book sum up the entire story for me. It wrapped it up completely, and it was so beautifully done because you're wondering, as he's descending, what is he going to do? Is he going to go through with it? And again, those 2 words at the very end of the book blew me away. It wrapped everything up beautifully. Jason Reynolds is phenomenal at writing stories. He's so good at what he does as far as telling a story. And this book is also written in verse, I guess more of a prose, so beautifully done, beautifully narrated. Again, it's very short, quick read, 5 out of 5 stars. You should check it out if you have not read it. So down the Jason Reynolds rabbit hole I go, and I want to read everything this man has ever written. So next I listened to a book called Sunny by Jason Reynolds, and Sunny follows a young kid named Sunny, who I originally thought, because I was listening to this book, I thought maybe he was had a mental issue because of the way he was speaking. He tells his story in a series of diary entries. So all you hear throughout the book is, "Dear Diary, this is what I did today, and this is how I felt about it, and this is what my dad did, and this is what such and such did." But it's so entertaining because the character is narrated by a guy named Guy Lockhart. He has to be the best narrator, voice actor I've ever listened to. He brings such life to Sunny. It's ridiculous. I was enthralled just listening to it. And it tells the story of a young boy, and he's on an Olympic team for young kids where he is the fastest runner. So I believe he runs track. But his coach ends up putting him on the discus throw. So he's learning how to do that. And we learned that his mother ended up having amniotic embolism. So she died while giving birth to Sunny. And it's talked about. And of course, there's some a good deal of the storyline deals with some of the emotion that his father feels because of that, that Sonny feels because of that. So again, it's hard to describe this story because there's a lot going on and it's written in diary essays. However, it was very well done. Again, another short book. I think it was like maybe 3.5 hours. And now I am reading the Jason Reynolds book, Look Both Ways, which is a story that takes place within the span of 10 blocks. And we have about 6 or 7 different storylines. All these kids go to the same school. However, they all take different routes home. And we learn what happens on these different routes home. And it has to do something with a school bus falling from the sky. I don't know how the school bus falling from the sky ties into everything yet. However, it is still very entertaining. And again, Jason Reynolds cannot write a bad book at this point for me. So those are the 3 that one I finished, and then, 2 I finished, excuse me. And then Look Both Ways, I'll still be reading this weekend. I may also pick up another book this weekend by Ashley Antoinette, and it's called Murderville, and it's the first of a trilogy. So I haven't started it yet, but it takes place in Sierra Leone. We have 2 children who they're brought together by chance, but then they're separated and they're forced apart by some tragic fate. I believe there may be some sort of abduction going on, child slavery, drugs, drama, money, smut. I am buddy reading this book, so Ashley Antoinette also, she writes decent books as well. I've read quite a few of her books, all of the Ethics series, started the Butterfly series, and now I'm going to start here in Murderville. So we'll see how that goes this weekend. I think that is it for me as far as what I've read, what I plan on reading. Thank you for sticking with me through this video that was a little all over the place. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. Please like, share, comment. What are you reading this weekend? What did you finish this week? I'll be happy to hear, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.